after entirely too long of having this supercharger on my car, over a year actually, I'm finally getting tuned to be able to have forced induction on my BEAMS AE86. So before I drop it off to the tuner, I have a few things I have to do. So first, got to put my injectors in. So injector dynamics, part number 1050.60.11.14.4. These are the correct specs for BEAMS injector dynamics injectors. That's the right part number. These are 1000cc, well, 1050cc injectors. So I got to put those in, and then I've got to put the couplers correct for the supercharger stuff, and then I should be good to go to drop it off to get it tuned. Finally. Okay, so it stopped the time lapse because I ran into some issues. Everything fits like really close, right? So the only way to disconnect the injectors now is to pull the rail. So that kind of sucks. You know, there's a couple of spots here. But the one that was really difficult is the front one, because you got all this stuff here. Normally you don't have the wire harness running here. I have it that way. But you can see it's right here. And it is so tight down there. I got lucky, so when I bought before I bought the Injector Dynamics injectors, I bought a other set of cheaper, I don't know, modified Bosch injectors, I think. The part numbers were scratched off of them, but they came with plug-and-play adapters. And the plug-and-play adapter gave me just enough space to get the connector away to be able to run it this way. Otherwise, I would have had to clearance a little bit of the intake manifold, those little spacers there, to be able to get a connector on there, because here are the cheap injectors, but the Injector Dynamics ones, they came with these connectors, so I was going to wire in some connectors, but I had the plug-and-play adapters. I figured I'd use the plug-and-play adapters. I'm glad that I had them, and I didn't return the cheap injectors because I needed that to make this fit. So now, fingers crossed, I'm going to make sure that there are no leaks, because I'm a little concerned about that. These injector sizes are a little different than the factory BEAMS ones, so we'll find out. Okay, I just primed the fuel pump. Oh, good. I am A-okay. Looks like all injectors are sealed properly. 1, 2, 3, 4. Man, that's such a tight fit. Okay, injectors are sealed. Now I've just got to put a couple couplers on it, and we should be good to go. Alright, Murica Motorsports. They're going to be doing the tune on it. So working on this sweet car. This is his drift car, RB30. He just pulled the transmission out of it because he's replacing it, but big old turbo on an S13 vert. Cool. Another S chassis. Probably another S chassis back in the corner. It's dinner time here too, so they're all eating Chick-fil-A. And this sweet thing. Yeah. Circle track car here. Works on all kinds of cool stuff. I'm out here at Rockingham Speedway for the MB Drift Spring Matsuri. I'm helping run the event, but today I finally got to do some driving. Yesterday, Saturday, was day one. My car wasn't here because it was at the tuner, finally getting my supercharger set up. I left yesterday in the evening to go pick it up. I got back late last night, but it's here. I know lots of people are wondering about the power gains from the supercharger. So, here's my old dyno graph from a few years ago. The red graph is the stock ECU, the blue is the tune on my Adaptronic M2000 from National Speed.
You can see the stock ECU put out 182 horsepower and 126 foot-pounds of torque, and the tune on the Adaptronic M2000 put out 201 horsepower and 149 foot-pounds of torque. So pretty good. Now, here is the new dyno graph. Max power of 251.88 horsepower and max torque of 197.75 foot-pounds. So, and that's at the wheels. That's a 50 horsepower gain and a 50 foot-pounds of torque gain. The best part is that torque curve. It is instant and it's across pretty much the entire power band. Fantastic.
Now, I don't have my bumper on just because I'm being lazy, but supercharger is hooked up. And it is a lot of fun. So I gained a good amount of power, 50 extra horsepower, 50 foot-pounds of torque, and it is instant as soon as the supercharger engages. The supercharger on this is from Blitz. It's made by Ogura. It's got a clutch on the front like an AC compressor, similar to like the old superchargers that Toyota used in the Previas and on the MR2 back in the day. So it's got a clutch, so it engages based on throttle position. So it'll turn on at about 40% throttle. So it's a little interesting, a little different to drive it, because as soon as it kicks on, it hesitates for a second as the engine loads up with the supercharger kicking on, and then it just takes off. I already did some laps, but I'm gonna get out there and do some more driving. I'm about to do my first lap ever with the supercharger. This is exciting and nerve-wracking at the same time. I'm out of gas. I got gas now. All right, here we go. Train. I'll be number 3. I'm 2. Okay. I'm 2. Okay. Gosh. 4-car train and I'm leading it. Yeah, let's go get some laps in. So Rockingham, this is an old NASCAR track, so we've got these NASCAR garages here that we get to use. It's really cool. We've had a good variety of drivers. We've got bathrooms here. We've got everybody parked with their trucks back here, so it's a little ways out of the way. But yeah, this is just such a cool venue. You know, there's a bunch of paving that's going to be added. Hopefully you can hear me, but there's a bunch of paving that's going to be added to the track because it wasn't set up for drifting. It was set up for, I mean, either go-karts or, you know, NASCAR road course stuff. So not really set up for drifting. Yeah, this is our tire off area right here, which I'm running some really cheap tires. I normally run Kenda KR20s, but I put on some cheap used tires just because I had them. I want to burn them off. I figured we'll see how long they last. All right. Ooh, those smell gross even. They do not smell like good tires. They just chopped this down here. This was a tall fence, and they chopped it down so it's a good spectating area, as you can see. And they put like this bar top on it, so you can hang out here, watch drifting, watch racing, watch whatever from the infield. It's really cool. Oh, look. That's a turbo diesel Mercedes, and it's automatic. The guy who drives that, his name's Trent. And dude, he is such a character. He always drives the crazy stuff, and he drives so wild. He's such a good driver. So like, you see his driving style, and it's just like, man, he can almost drive anything. Over here, that's our grid worker, right? And then we've got Kenda banners and Kenda flags all over the place, because the series is MB Drift is sponsored by Kenda. Go. That was so fast. Oh, fourth gear feels so good. Fourth gear and an AE86. Supercharged beams drifting in fourth freaking gear. Oh my. I wonder if I can do that on the bank or on the sweeper. You know, I'm kind of prancing around a little bit. Maybe I just need to give it the beans in fourth instead of like on off in third. Maybe I need to just put it in fourth and just let it rip. There's also this little crossroad here that they try and use, but it's really narrow, so it doesn't work very well. And they let me try it earlier. I tried to do a Sanpatsu 3-motion into the sweeper coming through here because it kind of exits wide, but it's just too far of a distance to cover. It doesn't work out well. This needs to be a higher speed for it to work out. So yeah, the Sanpatsu does not work, unfortunately. But Graham's looking really good. That guy on the RX-7, he's kind of a newer driver, and he just got that whole sweeper. Well, I shouldn't say new. He's been drifting with us. He's been drifting here for a year or two or so. I love seeing the progress of newer drivers. So when they start drifting, seeing how where they start and where they end up at. It's so cool. There's not a long enough run up for me to hit fourth gear here. All right, here we go. Yeah, this car is feeling really, really good today.
It looks good.
It's feeling really good. All right, you ready?
Yes, sir. Rockingham, North Carolina. Y'all got to come out here. Y'all missed it. Bring the kids. It's wild. It's excitement. They can see all the cars. It's family fun. Hey guys, y'all missing it. If y'all ain't here, you missing it. You missing it. Myrtle Beach Drift, Rockingham Speedway. Where's that?
That's a little confusing. Myrtle Beach Drift, but we're on Rockingham.
Mr. Devin at the wheel.
Oh yeah.
About to do some shredding.
We'll do what we can.
That's it.
And here we go.
Here we go.
I could feel them as I was coming through the first one. I could feel them starting to lose grip, and I was like, well, we'll see how long they last. Not long enough, apparently. You can hear a little bit as the tick, 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 as the tires are coming apart. Woo!
Appreciate the ride, brother.
Yeah, man.
That was freaking awesome.
Yeah, I'm glad you had a good time.
It was
It's so awesome, dude. The way you come down out of the exit, you get like, what, 2.5 bungees in?
Yeah.
A hell of a lot of speed.
Yeah, dude, and I'm like, I'm connecting. So the false start,
Yeah, dude, you're like.
I'm totally sideways right there. And that last run, tires were dead. I could feel them.
Yeah, I saw you on the track. I was like, oh yeah, it's done.
Have you ridden in a car today?
Not probably this fast, no.
Has he ridden in a drift car before though?
No.
No. First time riding a drift car.
In real life, yeah.
All right, cool. Let's see, Zach is good. All right, here we go. got that BEAMS wagon I was trying to show you earlier. It, he had a little boo-boo today. I hope your engine's alright, man. I hope it's just like something stupid.
I'm just gonna call it done because there's a lot of oil. I tried cranking it back up and it just made terrible noises.
Oh.
I did most of that second half of that course without oil pressure.
Oh, geez.
So I was like, yeah, it's probably done.
Alright.
Oh, that doesn't feel any different until it does.
I did.
I was like, yeah. It wasn't as bad as it looked.
Yeah, we tried to fill that in knowing that was probably happening. That was the first time I've hit it.
It wasn't terrible, but it definitely, I was like, well, that's good. compliments the motor too.
Yeah, it really does. It's a little weird getting used to it because it is like an on-off switch, but once you get used to it, man, it's fantastic. Oh. Oh yeah, that tire's done. Right? All right, here we go.
Scrubbing so much speed, dude.
It's so different throwing it in. You have to be so, like, I can be so much more aggressive. I've got so much more confidence. And that's it. We're done for the day for the MB Drift Spring Matsuri. Supercharged beams is freaking awesome. Seriously, just the amount of power is perfect.